Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, we are talking about this man. We are talking about Magifelix. We have really big breaking news that came out earlier today. By the time I post this, maybe it'll have been yesterday. But I did want to get this video out to you guys to break down the fact that Magifelix is finally going to be debuting in the LEC. Yes, he's played in the LEC before, but this is going to be the first time ever that Magifelix has really had his own starting spot. Now that is subject to change. We don't really know how long he's going to be starting for the team or how, what their exact plans with him are, but at least for the indefinite future, Magifelix is going to be a starting mid laner in the LEC. This is something that people have really been waiting for a long time, and I'm so curious and interested to see how he's going to do. In this video today, we're going to be running through what team he's going to be starting for, what the situation is, what the scenario is, and giving my thoughts, opinions, and feedback on everything that is going on surrounding this situation. But this is definitely a big story because this is a pretty exciting day, a pretty exciting moment for this guy. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you guys have not already, take a quick second and smash that like button, please. I would appreciate it so much. It is honestly the easiest way for you guys to help support my channel, to help support my content. It helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm, getting my videos, content, everything out to more and more people so we can continue to grow and just make more and better content for all of you guys. Also, if you have not already, click that subscribe button really quick. It helps you guys stay up to date on all my latest content so you don't miss out on anything we got going on here. With that being said, let's get right into this. Magifelix is coming to the LEC. What team is he going to be on? What is going on? So, this is February 8th. The morning of February 8th, Astralis LOL tweeted out, "Welcome to Astralis. Magifelix. As Nukeduck will be taking a break for personal reasons, we would like to welcome Felix to the roster." And then they posted this article, Astralis.gg post/Nukeduck on leave. Magifelix joins Astralis, and as you can see, that page has just crashed. Obviously people aren't going to the Astralis website very much. I can't imagine the website is still overwhelmed with people. I mean, right now this is like 8 or 9 hours after the announcement was made. So I'm not sure what is exactly going on. But again, I think the meme is funny that nobody ever goes to the Astralis website, and now obviously some people are going there. I don't know what the issue is, but I wish there was actually an article that we could read up a little bit more about it, but we can't. They obviously tweet out Astralis family, Astralis win, and then this cool little intro video of just kind of the announcement for Magifelix. 132K views on Twitter, pretty cool. As you can see, Astralis, you see Felix walking in there. He's got his cool new jersey on. Magifelix appears on there. And there we have it. There is the man, the myth, the legend, coming to a mid lane near you. And this is super cool. For those of you guys that don't know, Magifelix has been a guy who's kind of bounced around the LEC, bounced around some academy teams and stuff for a while. Most recently, he was with Fnatic and the Fnatic organization. In summer of 2019, I believe it was, he actually got to play in the LEC. Nemesis played AD carry, Reckless sat out a game, and Magifelix got to play mid. I can't remember what team exactly that was against, but Fnatic did end up losing that game. It's not like it was Magifelix's fault necessarily or anything like that, but he didn't have like an amazing game either. But he has been this insane solo queue player for so long that everyone has really been waiting and hoping for him to get an opportunity and for something like this to come up for him, but for just a multitude of different reasons, it's never really worked out. There is kind of rumors and rumblings, and I'm not sure exactly how much of this is just true, rumor, speculation, whatever, that Felix has had like some anxiety issues, like stage anxiety, stage fright type thing, where it does kind of make it hard for him to perform in competitive and team environments and stuff. And again, that I would take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure exactly how true and stuff that is, but that is kind of the constant thing we hear. There was even a rumor last year at Worlds, because Magifelix was with Fnatic, and he actually went to Worlds with Fnatic as their sub mid laner. There was actually a rumor that Fnatic was considering playing Felix at Worlds when Nemesis wasn't doing very well, but that either he wasn't comfortable with it or the team wasn't comfortable with it. They felt like, his stage anxiety and stuff might not be able to kind of be used in that scenario, like such big games as Worlds and stuff. So again, I'm not really sure. That is just a lot of speculation and rumor, but that's kind of the story that keeps coming up. So there might be a little bit something there. I don't know for sure. But again, if you don't know about this guy, this is insane. He posted in the offseason after Fnatic Rising let go of him. He said, "I'm looking for offers from next season. Challenger in all 5 roles, willing to role swap." This was insane. Last season, he at one point, he might have even had a top 50 account, but he had 5 different accounts in Challenger, and he does that like every season. He usually has like 5 top 50 accounts, like 3 top 10 accounts in Challenger. He's an absolute solo queue beast, a solo queue monster. So he always has a bunch of accounts. He's always super, super high. This man's a grinder. He plays a ton of games. He always has insane win rates. He has a huge champion pool in solo queue and everything. But last year, it was interesting that he actually got the Challenger playing every single role. It just kind of probably as a challenge to himself, because I'm sure solo queue was getting a little too easy when he's just winning a bunch of games in mid lane and stuff. But also, I think he kind of saw for his future, he wanted to be able to show people that he could play different positions at the highest level, and that he was capable of not only playing all the different champions that it takes, but also understanding all the different positions. And not only can that help you as a mid laner and everything like that, but it can also just help you if you do want to role swap, learn all the different champions, all the different interactions, everything like that. So undoubtedly, the talent is there for this guy. And honestly, I think him going to Astralis, if he is having some of these other issues, is an awesome opportunity for everyone. Because obviously Astralis is largely seen right now as a pretty weak team in the LEC. A lot of people had them as the 10th rated team coming in. Right now they're tied for 9th. So they don't have very much expectations. There isn't a ton of pressure on the Astralis roster, on Magifelix coming in, especially coming in the middle of the season to a team that, you know, he hasn't gotten to really bond with, he hasn't gotten to scrim with, he hasn't gotten to practice with a ton. So I think that could potentially be an amazing situation for Felix. You know, playing with Fnatic, especially playing with Fnatic at Worlds potentially, that is an insane pressure. That's a crazy expectation. That is a huge fan base that's going to be, you know, you're going to be under a microscope, and they're going to be watching every move and critiquing every play and stuff. You're on Astralis. If you're playing one of the bottom tier teams, people might not even watch your game. They might not even see how it goes. You know, some people are not even going to see you play for a while until you play against G2 or Fnatic or stuff like that. And then if you do kind of decent, people are like, whoa, Astralis like looked pretty good that week. So I think Magifelix is in a pretty low risk, high potential reward situation on this team, where if he looks great, if he looks good and can win a couple of games with Astralis over the course of the season, that could really raise his stock, and he could potentially be, you know, a permanent starting mid laner in the LCS or in the LEC, whether it's for Astralis or maybe even for another team. If he doesn't do so well and Astralis still kind of sucks, I don't think that hurts his stock too much, because again, the deck's kind of stacked against him right now. The Astralis roster already isn't that good. He hasn't gotten a ton of time with this team, so I think low expectations. You want to like under promise, over deliver. If he does anything, it's just icing on the cake. It's just a cherry on top. It's all just extra. So I think honestly, this is kind of a great situation for both of these teams. You know, if Astralis does need a mid laner, Magifelix is one of the most talented guys out there. Whether or not he can bring that to competitive is yet to be seen. We're all rooting for him. I don't really think many people like dislike Magifelix or are rooting against him or anything like that. And this will potentially get more eyes on Astralis. People like Magifelix. People want to tune in to see how he's going to do. So this could potentially increase Astralis' brand. And again, if it doesn't work out, you know, who cares? It's okay. At least they tried something cool. And the same thing for Felix. He has a chance to really prove himself in the LEC, which I'm sure is an opportunity that he's been just waiting for years and years and years, because it's an opportunity that only so many people get. There's a lot of people who are awesome in solo queue and can just never crack into the league or make the most of opportunities or whatever. When we take a look at the LEC standings right now, obviously, like I said, this is Origin, because Google still hasn't updated anything. I don't know. Origin is tied for 9th right now with Vitality, and they're only a couple games back of like some of these teams. A game back of Misfits, who a lot of people at the beginning of the year were saying was looking pretty good. 2 games back at SK. So I mean, if they do start winning a couple games, they could start passing some teams fast, and it could be really interesting. And the fact that they've already won a game is kind of maybe more than certain people had expected. If we look at the upcoming schedule for Astralis, this is going to be Magifelix's first game starting for the team against Schalke on Friday, February 12th. This is at 11 a.m. in North America. I'm not sure exactly what times the game happened in Europe, but it is going to be against Schalke Friday, February 12th, and then also, and that'll be a really hard game. Obviously, Schalke's on fire right now. They just beat G2, they just beat Rogue, but now they're going up against Felix. So will they be able to kind of stomp 3 gods in a row? We'll see how that goes down. And then on Saturday, February 13th, they're going to be playing against Misfits, which again, should be an interesting matchup because Misfits is just a game above them in the standings. These are two teams that should be pretty close in terms of skill, talent, and it'll be, you know, Felix's second game where he's got to play with the team a little bit, got kind of the first game jitters out and everything. And if they can pick up a win against Misfits, that could be a really big moment for this Astralis roster and for Magifelix going forward. You see the rest of their schedule, obviously G2's there, Fanatics there, Rogue. We're going to get to see them against a ton of awesome talent, a ton of awesome mid laners. But again, that's also the other thing to notice, that we aren't sure exactly how this is going to last. When we take a look at this tweet, it does say that NukeDuck will be taking a break for personal reasons. So who knows what that means? Does that mean he's going to be out for 1 game, 1 week, 1 month, 1 split, 1 year? We honestly have no idea. Also, it could depend how good Felix does. If Felix starts smurfing, I know the meme is calling him Magifaker, that he could maybe, you know, take this opportunity and run with it. He could just never look back. If he looks a little shaky, and then in, you know, 2-3 weeks, if NukeDuck's ready to go, they might swap him right back. Who knows? But this is an awesome opportunity for a solo queue god that people have really been rooting for to get an opportunity for quite a long time to really prove himself on the biggest stage. And I don't know if it's going to work out. It is impossible to tell. It's anyone's guess. We've seen him in the European regional leagues where he's looked pretty good at times. He looked pretty solid. But making that transition to LEC is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different level of talent and class, and it's going to be interesting. Again, no one knows exactly how it's going to go, but we're all going to be tuning in. We're all going to be interested because it's going to be a really, really big story depending on how this one goes down. So I can't wait to watch these games. I'm definitely going to be tuning in to some Astralis games, which is something I don't usually say. So maybe that's just a win for the team in the end. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Just wanted to get this kind of big breaking news. This was the biggest story of the day, really, in my opinion. Not a super busy day in terms of news and stuff, so I just wanted to cover it and hopefully get your guys' thoughts and opinions as well. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. It helps me out so much YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate it a ton. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this situation? Do you think Felix is going to smurf in the LEC? Do you think he's going to suck? Do you think it's a good move by Astralis, bad move? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on anything we talked about in today's video. Subscribe to stay updated on my latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one, but until then, peace.